In the heart of the wild frontier, where the mountains bow before the whispering winds, there lies a place of ostensible learning, a fortress of so-called higher education known as Montana State University, Bozeman. It is here, amidst the sprawling vistas and the ghostly echoes of the past, that my tale unfolds a saga of disillusionment, of dreams crushed under the weight of administrative incompetence and ideological oppression. Picture a young lass, fresh-faced and brimming with the fervour of youth, stepping onto the hallowed grounds of MSU Bozeman, her heart aflutter with the promise of enlightenment and self-discovery. Oh, how swiftly the veil of innocence was to be torn asunder by the cruel machinations of an institution mired in its own malaise. It began with the simplest of desires, to be acknowledged, to be seen. But the administration, those shadowy figures ensconced in their ivory towers, had other plans. "Your records, dear child," they said with a dismissive wave, "are but phantoms in the wind." My very existence, it seemed, was an enigma to these gatekeepers of knowledge. How could one forge ahead when the very foundation of their academic journey was denied, when letters of recommendation, those sacred testaments to one's potential, were lost to the abyss of administrative apathy? As I wandered the labyrinthine corridors, seeking solace in the sanctuary of the mind, I found instead a one-sided symphony of thought, a cacophony of Marxist doctrine that drowned out all else. Where were the Solzhenitsyns, the Basquiats, the Tocquevilles to offer a counterpoint to the relentless Chomskyan chorus? Banished to the shadows, it would seem, for even the mere suggestion of their works elicited blank stares and feigned ignorance from those who should have been the custodians of intellectual diversity. In this bastion of free thought, my voice was but a whisper in a tempest, my attempts to rally for a balance of ideologies met with ridicule and scorn. "Dangerous," they sneered; "stupid," they hissed, as if the very fabric of their world would unravel at the mention of viewpoints divergent from their own. And when a brave soul among the faculty dared to stand with us, to champion the cause of civil rights and concealed carry, he was cast aside like so much refuse, his career sacrificed at the altar of orthodoxy. The campus, once a beacon of hope, now felt like a prison, its walls closing in with each passing day. The gym, the health centres were but distant mirages, taunting me with the promise of wellness while the bureaucratic machine ground ever so slowly. And oh, the dining halls, those purveyors of culinary misadventure, where the promise of sustenance was met with undercooked morsels of despair, each bite a reminder of the gastronomic gulf between expectation and reality. To speak of the parking was to invite a fresh wave of sorrow, for the quest for a space was akin to the trials of Sisyphus, endless and futile. The premium lots lay empty, a monument to misguided priorities, while we, the students, circled like vultures, desperate for respite from our odyssey on foot. And what of the dormitories, those crumbling bastions of student life? Here, the showers ran not with water, but with the fires of Hades itself, scalding the flesh of the unwary. The residence halls, ostensibly havens of rest, were instead teeming with the detritus of neglect, each stain and smell a testament to the disregard for the well-being of those in their care. As the semesters wore on, the financial machinations of the university became all too clear. Charges were redone with the capriciousness of a tempest, leaving us to pay the toll, our pockets emptied and our spirits crushed beneath the weight of fiscal uncertainty. The textbooks, those tomes of supposed wisdom.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on a journey through the businesses surrounding Montana State University in Bozeman, prepare yourselves for a tale of high expectations met with a curious blend of disappointment and occasional delight. This is not just a recounting of experiences, it is a tapestry woven from the threads of patron feedback, painting a picture that, while sometimes bleak, seeks to prepare the intrepid traveler for what may lie ahead in this picturesque corner of Montana. In the shadow of the university, there lies a quaint shop known as Heyday. Here, the promise of novelty and delight is often overshadowed by the specter of customer service woes. It's a place where cashmere sweaters may be snatched from hands with a tale of disrespect, and where the warm glow of hospitality is sometimes eclipsed by a chill of indifference. The items may be charming, but the air is thick with the feeling that one's patronage is more a burden than a pleasure for the staff. It's a curious conundrum, a store that seems to wear its charm like a shield, deflecting the very customers it seeks to attract. Venturing forth, we stumble upon Sage Lodge, a place where the natural beauty of Montana is matched only by the lofty prices on the menu. Here, the culinary experience is often marred by the theater of the overlooked, diners left waiting in the wings while the stage is set for seemingly more important performances. The food, when it graces the table, may be a feast for the eyes, but it often leaves the palate pining for the warmth of service that matches the grandeur of the setting. It's a location that whispers of exclusivity, yet struggles to deliver an experience that embraces all who enter its doors. Our path then leads us to Feast Raw Bar Bistro, where the ocean's bounty is presented with a flourish and a price tag that suggests a journey through the culinary stars. Alas, the voyage sometimes ends with a stomach that rebels, a pocketbook that weeps, and a heart that yearns for the simplicity of a meal enjoyed without the shadow of foodborne regret. The service may be impeccable, but it is the unseen, the microscopic miscreants that lurk within, that can turn a feast into a trial by fire. The Rialto stands as a beacon of entertainment, a place where music and merriment are promised under its grand roof. Yet the echoes of discontent ring louder than the applause, as patrons find themselves marooned on a sea of concrete, their bodies aching for a place to rest, their ears straining to hear the melodies over the cacophony of discomfort. It's a venue that houses the sweet sounds of performance but fails to provide the sanctuary of comfort that the soul desires. Brick Breeden Fieldhouse, a coliseum of culture and sport, where the roar of the crowd is matched only by the whisper of frustration as the HVAC system breathes fire or frost, indifferent to the seasons. Here, the quest for entertainment is often impeded by the twin trials of temperature and acoustics, leaving one to ponder whether the airwaves themselves conspire against the enjoyment of the arts. Finally, we find ourselves at Devil's Toboggan, a place where the allure of exclusivity is juxtaposed with the sting of neglect. The drinks are crafted with precision, yet the cost is as steep as the stairs that lead to its hidden door. It's a sanctuary for those who seek the finer things, but it is not without its price, both in currency and in the currency of the soul, as one navigates the labyrinth of etiquette and expectation. In this corner of Bozeman, the narrative is complex, the characters diverse, and the setting ripe with potential. Yet, the story that unfolds is one of unmet expectations, of a promise that flickers like a candle in the wind. As travelers, we must tread lightly, with eyes wide open and hearts armored against the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
For in this land of beauty and hope, the reality of commerce and human fallibility weaves a tale that is as intricate as it is, at times, disheartening. So, dear wanderer, as you traverse the streets that wind through the heart of Bozeman, carry with you the wisdom of those.
Businesses near Montana State University, Bozeman, they look so nice and safe, but some people just ruin it for everyone. Like there was this New York man who came all the way here just to use stolen credit cards in shops. Can you believe that? He bought so much stuff, like thousands of dollars worth, from stores tourists love. And then, of course, he got caught. But how many people did he trick before that? Probably a lot. The police took him, but those poor shop owners had to deal with all the mess. And then there was this other business near Montana State University, Bozeman, that lost $25,000 because someone pretended to be a management company. Like, how evil is that? They just called, acted all official, and boom, money gone. The business probably felt so stupid after, but how were they supposed to know? Scammers are getting smarter and it is not fair. I bet the person who did it just vanished, laughing all the way to some fake bank account. Oh, and this one Northwestern Energy scam. Some stores got calls saying their power would be cut off unless they paid right away. Like, who does that? They even faked the real company's number. One store almost fell for it, but they saw a weird car outside and got suspicious. Imagine being a tourist working a summer job here and getting that call. You would panic. But the scammers probably just moved on to the next target. And Costco, oh my gosh, tourists love Costco, right? But scammers love it too. Fake coupons, fake prizes, people lying about memberships. Like, why? You just want to buy snacks, and suddenly someone is tricking you into giving them cash. I bet those scammers just keep doing it because